Are you tired of RNG? You're sick of saving up all your materials for a week only to fail your RNG upgrade and life sucks because you've achieved nothing and you kind of feel like you wasted your entire week? Yeah, same. I feel the exact same way. That's why we changed it. Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about Iron Arc, which is coming out next week, as well as the honing oil changes. So let's jump over to their website and see what they have in store. So over here, Blade and Soul Steel Rising event arrives on April 22nd. So with the introduction of Steel Uprising, we will be getting a new raid. It is a very endgame raid, so if you're not endgame right now, you're probably not going to be able to do this, and accessories are probably going to be sold at extreme prices depending on how fast people are able to clear the first and second boss, as this dungeon, 1, is pretty mechanically intensive, and 2, does have a pretty high DPS requirement. We are getting the nerfed version, so the boss's HPs will be reduced significantly, and the DPS requirement is not as much as we originally forecasted. Originally, we were forecasting, 4 million, 5 million DPS, but you could probably get away with 3 to 3.5 million if you're able to do all the mechanics perfectly. So, that is a pretty key criteria there, but it definitely is possible, and it is a lot more accessible for a lot more players, maybe like top 5%, top 10% of the people in the server now instead of just the top 1%. So there's 3 main things that we need to point out in this patch. 1 is we are getting new legendary accessories because with the new raid, we will get a new ring and a new earring. These rings and earrings are used for both specs or all 3 specs if your class has 3 specs. So you just need to wear this one accessory and it'll give you all the multipliers for whatever spec you play. So it's not like our old accessories where you had to pick between Way of the Swarm and Way of the Thorns, or one or the other. It's just one accessory and it fits all. Okay, so that's very, very nice. I really like this change. So we are getting those 2 new accessories, 1 ring, 1 earring. Other than this, we are also getting a bunch of PvP accessories. So for those who do PvP, you guys might want to start working towards this. So we are getting a new bracelet and a new glove for PvP. We're also getting new system changes. So there will be changes in the upgrade cost for our older accessories, as well as a big change on the honing oil system, which currently sucks, but the new version is a lot better. I'll cover that in a second. And last but not least, we will also be getting a new event. We're actually getting 2 events in this. They haven't given us much information about it, but we'll find out more about it in the coming days. So they also released the items and systems preview. So this explains a lot more and gives us a lot more numbers to work with. So first of all is the new raid earring and ring. It's going to cost quite a lot of materials if you're going to break through them normally, but just use a blue dragon crux and you'll be fine, okay? Most people will not be able to get these accessories anytime soon because the raid is just relatively difficult. Here are the costs for the PvP stuff. I have left the link in the description below in case you want to read it for yourself because I don't PvP, so this doesn't mean anything to me. And finally, the meat and potatoes of this video, the new honing oil system. So the old honing oil system sucked because it was RNG. You would save up all these materials, all these oils, and you would fail your upgrade like 7 times and you would have normal materials, and it just felt bad. So they finally changed the system and they've changed it into a guaranteed system. So every single week you'll be able to craft 2 sacred vials as well as 2 pet packs. Remember, these are the bound on account versions, and you are limited to 2 per account every single week, so you cannot mass produce these. All right. All of your old honing oil that you currently have will expire and will not be transferred into the new honing oil, which we'll be getting on April 22nd. So for all the honing oil you currently have, it's basically going to be useless because you cannot transfer that into the new honing oil for this system, okay? So I just want to make that clear. All the current honing oil you have now cannot be used in this system. You will be getting a new honing oil on April 22nd onward, which will be usable in this upgrade system. So how does this upgrade system work? It's very, very straightforward. So every single day, you want to complete your 3 daily challenges from Monday to Sunday. However, on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, you want to complete 5 daily challenges because you get an additional 20 honing oil. And every time you complete 4 weeklies, you will be rewarded 30 honing oil. So what do you do with all this honing oil? With 30 honing oil, you will be able to make 1 refined honing oil. You're going to need 5 refined honing oils as well as 2 spectrum stones. So in order to make a spectrum stone, which is a 100% chance to craft it, you will need to use 10 gold, 10 solar energy, 10 enlightened elements, 10 enlightened jewels, 10 Moonstone Crystals, 10 Elysian Crystals, 10 Soulstone Crystals, and 10 Sacred Crystals in order to craft 1 Spectrum Stone. And you'll need 2 Spectrum Stones and 5 Refined Honing Oil in order to purchase a Sacred Vial. So the TLDR for this new Honing Oil system is very simple. On Monday to Thursdays, just do your 3 daily challenges. On Friday, Saturday, Sunday, do 5 daily challenges on the same character. And then make sure that you do your weekly every single week, and you will get 160 honing oil. 160 of these honing oils will allow you to craft 5 of these refined honing oils. So with 5 of these refined honing oils, as well as 2 spectrum stones, will allow you to purchase 1 sacred vial. So if you want to buy the maximum amount of 2 sacred vials every single week, you're going to have to do your dailies every single day on 2 characters, as well as your weekly on 2 characters, okay? It's not that difficult because you only need to complete 3 on Mondays to Thursdays, and you need to complete 5 on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's not telling you to do a full purple train, it's just do 3 dailies on your weekdays and do 5 dailies on your weekends. Very, very straightforward. As for pet packs, you can also buy 2 pet packs every single week. These 2 are separate. So if you play a ton every week, you can get 2 sacred vials as well as 2 pet packs every single week. But that's not all. If you're premium, you can save out on the spectrum stones. You don't need the spectrum stones, which means you don't need to invest in all these materials over here. You don't need to spend the gold, the enlightened elements, the enlightened jewels, all 10 of each material. No, none of that. All you need to do is 20 solar energy as well as 5 of the refining oil in order to get your sacred vial. So it makes life a lot easier if you're a premium member, simply because you save on all these costs over here. Basically, you're saving all of these materials, multiply this by 4 because it costs 2 spectrum stones, but if you're premium, you don't. So it does add up quite a bit actually. So yes, there's that. And last but not least, there are 3 more changes which are very important. One is your Nightfall Sanctuary or your Twilight Temple weapon material is now account bound. So the ones that were bound on character become account bound, the ones that are tradable are still tradable. Another big change is your soul shield requirements. You do not need the achievement in order to buy your Grand Celestial Soul Shields 5 to 8 anymore, as well as your Thornbreaker pieces 3 to 8. So you can buy your Thornbreaker Soul Shields without having to do Scarlet Conservatory anymore, pieces 1 to 8. You can buy all of them. So very big change here. You'll be able to buy all your soul shields if you've been picking up all those scarlet blooms, which you really should have been doing. And the final change is more of a bug fix. I have not made a video about this because I did not want to make this public because I didn't want anyone abusing it. And for those people who have been abusing it, I advise you to stop abusing it because you may be punished by this. I don't know if NCSoft is going to do anything about this, but I recommend you guys to be on the safe side. So there is a bug currently on Mushin's Tower with the Warrior Token Exchange where you're able to exchange for excellent Homemoon EXP charms as well as reputation charms as well as rare element pouches. But the main thing that a lot of people have been abusing is the reputation charm, because this reputation charm had no cooldown and you can spam it over and over and get a ton of unity level. But just keep in mind that if you are abusing this bug, you may be punished in the near future. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!
What can I say except you're welcome for the heals, the boosts, the